Coming up on Laurie and Gary Cruise, we explore Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas from top to bottom. After recently sailing on Symphony of the Seas, how does this Quantum Ultra class ship compare? Is it too small? Too crowded? You're gonna have to stay tuned to find out.
Come and cruise with us. Come and cruise with us. Come and cruise with us, and you won't regret it.
Welcome to the ship tour. We are starting on deck 16 at the back of the ship today. And just FYI, all that land you see out there is St. Thomas. This orange-yellow ball is the sky pad. Now, the sky pad was removed from Odyssey of the Seas in 2023. It was a virtual reality bungee trampoline experience. Now, Royal Caribbean supposedly never went into full detail about why it was removed. I think it was because perhaps some people were getting injured. Now it kind of just serves as an open space with some games, which is a little disappointing. Were you ever able to use the sky pad when it was an actual bungee trampoline? Please let me know in the comments below, and also let us know how it was. Was it fun? Also, on the back of deck 16, we saw the flow rider and part of the ripcord by iFly. Making our way down to deck 15 aft. And down here is where you can enter that Skypad gaming space. I think they may have some fitness classes in there occasionally too. Lots of seating in the back here. And while we're making our way around to the other side of the ship, I just want to let you guys know our ship tours, we usually just walk around the ship, let you know the layout, give you a gist of where everything is, maybe talk a little tea. But if you want to get a better idea of what the food, the activities, and the ports were like, definitely tune in to our vlog style videos. We have 5 posted about this cruise and another one coming out next week. To the left, we just passed the Ripcord by iFly entrance. Unfortunately, that used to be included with the cost of your cruise. Now it's an extra fee, so we did not partake on this cruise. The rock climbing wall to the left was included. And then on Quantum class ships, they usually have some sort of iconic looking statue here. On Odyssey, it's this cat with the ball. We are walking outside and around the Seaplex, so there's lots of games here to stay on brand. And not part of Royal Caribbean, but very odd, a cargo ship holding ships. Just had to quickly share that with you guys. We thought it was so silly. Loads more seating here to the left. This ship had a ton of chairs. And not just your basic loungers or deck chairs, like fluffy, cushiony, big couchy chairs. These big round ones with the green cushion coming up to my right, those are so comfortable, and we never had a problem snagging one. Although in all fairness, we also don't hang out outside during prime times. But still, Royal Caribbean gets an A+ for outdoor seating from us. Something I haven't talked about yet on Odyssey of the Seas is Wi-Fi speed. For streaming, it was great, fantastic, never went down. Uploading videos could take a bit long. It took me about 3 hours to upload our 10-minute Junior Suite Tour video to YouTube. Honestly, that's a pretty standard amount of time for a cruise ship uploading. I just want my fellow content creators to be aware. Also, every time we cruise these days, specifically Royal and Celebrity, the Wi-Fi is like one smidgen better than it used to be. Do you think one day it's just gonna go at normal home internet speed? Let me know in the comments below. The day it only takes 20 seconds to upload to Instagram will be a happy day for me. There's a sneaky hot tub up here, which we just passed. I actually should have dropped the camera, gone and got my swimsuit, and gone into it because I think that was the only time it was free. Up there we have the North Star, which extends all the way up into the sky. And I said this in my last video, but when you are at land, the North Star is included, free of cost. When you're out to sea, it does cost an extra fee. Definitely make a reservation to ensure that you get to go on it. These little bungalows are called casitas. They cost an extra fee. And I just gotta speed us up a little bit because it's just chairs, all chairs around the entire front of the ship. Some more Odyssey of the Seas fun facts as we walk around the ship. It's 1,138 feet long, and at maximum capacity, she holds 4,200 guests. Another guest told me that we were sailing at about 3,200. I don't know if they were correct, but there weren't many children on board for this sailing, so that does track. All right, I went inside to the front, walked up one flight because that is where the gym is. Now, if you guys have been following us, you know Gary doesn't use the gym, but for me, a good fitness center can make or break a cruise. So let's check it out. I did not partake in any of the classes on the sailing simply because they cost so much extra money and they weren't at the best times for me. There was plenty of cardio equipment in this gym and a decent amount of weights. My complaint with the fitness center was there really wasn't that much space to do your own thing. So they had a tiny little space, which I'm about to show you, right down these stairs to the right, where you could set up a yoga mat and stretch. But then normally I would go to where the fitness classes are, which is that space past that. But throughout the day, they had seminars, which no one really attended, but they set all the chairs up. So there was really no place to stretch, or you didn't know if you were going to be able to stay there if a seminar started. So I'm not saying it was a deal breaker and it ruined the gym for me. I'm just saying for me and my workouts, it was something that was an inconvenience. There was a supported pull-up bar though, so we'll give the fitness center an 8 out of 10. Walking back down a flight, and I just want to give you an example of some of the wacky art on board the ship. In the front of deck 15, you have the spa. We didn't go to the spa either on this cruise. No massages for us. Have you ever been on Odyssey of the Seas? Let us know in the comments below. Was it a nice spa? Did you have a good experience? Again, let us know. We are exiting around the other side of deck 15 on the front, which, surprise, surprise, we got more seating here. But then to the left, we can also kind of take a sneaky peek at the suite only area. And as I glance inside, I'm thinking to myself, doesn't look too special to me. I mean, it has the same style of loungers, and it's not even really separated from the regular part of the ship. It's just a little gate in between us and them. So once again, I must ask, have you ever stayed in a suite on Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas? Do you like the suite deck area? Do you think it's super special? Please let us know in the comments below. Gary and I have had 2 cruise suite experiences before. One was on Norwegian Escape. We stayed in a suite in the Haven. The other was on the MSC Meraviglia Yacht Club. Both of those suite areas are in a completely separate part of the ship. It's almost like a ship within a ship experience, and we loved it for the tranquility. I'm not sure a Royal Caribbean suite experience would be our jam. But I don't know, so please let us know in the comments. I'm taking you all back to the back, and we're about to pass a water fountain. We already saw water fountains in the fitness center, and of course, all the water fountains say please don't refill a water bottle here. Now, I have to ask you guys a biology question. What would you prefer near the mouth of a water fountain? A bottle or a human being's mouth, complete with all of their dirty microbiome? Please let me know in the comments below, and also let me come clean. I filled up my water bottle in the water fountain, and I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. Damn it, it was late at night and I was thirsty. I didn't know what else to do. I promise I kept my bottle as far away from the metal as possible. My harrowing confession has brought us into the Seaplex. Seaplex is a multifunctional indoor activity space, and it can transform throughout the day, offering roller skating, basketball, bumper cars. It also hosts live entertainment and events like dance parties. And if you go up to the second level, that is where Playmakers is located. This was not our favorite location for playmakers, and I'll tell you why. There were positives and negatives, and we'll start with the negatives. Because this Playmakers was located in the sports complex, it could get very loud, especially when there was an event going on. In addition, there were TVs located throughout, which is great for if you are going there to watch a game, but it's kind of annoying when you just want to grab a quick bite to eat. On the Oasis Class ships, you kind of got the best of both worlds at the Playmakers. You could get a seat closer to a television if that's what you were into, or we like to sit outside in the boardwalk area, which was a lot calmer and nicer and a great place to people watch. The awesome thing about the Playmakers on the Odyssey of the Seas was it had amazing window seats with great ocean views. Also, on the second level of the Seaplex, you have a lot of arcade games and other nooks and crannies that would probably be a great place for younger people to hang out. Gary and I, being the crotchety old adults that we are, did not spend much time here. I'm kind of running out of things to say about the second level of the Seaplex, but I don't want you to miss anything. So while we're walking through it, I'll give you a couple more fun facts about Odyssey of the Seas. Did you know that the Odyssey is the first ship in Royal Caribbean's Quantum Ultra class, which is a step up from the Quantum class, offering even more innovative features and amenities? The ship aims to be eco-friendly and includes energy-efficient systems like advanced wastewater treatment and waste management practices. As part of the Quantum Ultra class, Odyssey of the Seas uses some advanced smart tech throughout the ship. This includes the Royal IQ app for the seamless booking of activities, dining, and more, as well as Zodiac technology for things like digital stateroom keys. We're back on the first floor of the Seaplex. We got some more arcade games here, and one thing I wanted to point out that was on Anthem of the Seas, but not on Quantum of the Seas, or at least this Quantum Sailing, and that is occasional trapeze lessons. That's right, the first time we went on Anthem, they had set up a flying trapeze complete with a bouncy mat underneath. Do you guys know if they still have that on other Quantum class ships? Please let me know in the comments below. It was terrifying, but a really unique feature for a cruise ship to have, and I will be sad if they have done away with it. Alright, anyone else over the Seaplex? I am. Let's speed through the rest of it so we can get to the good stuff, the food. Saw this great photo op on my way down to deck 14. I'm still in the back of the ship, and I am heading into the Windjammer Marketplace / the buffet. And you know Gary and I are always super critical of it, so let's take a walk around. I'll give you our full facts, feelings. But before we get in, we're passing the Coastal Kitchen, which is the suites only restaurant. My parents were staying in a junior suite on this cruise, and they were allowed one visit there. They said it was really good. Here we are. It's pretty busy. It is the tail end of breakfast time, and we are in a port, so I was hoping it would be a little emptier for you. Unfortunately, no such luck, so we're gonna make do with what we've got. For buffet food, I thought the buffet was pretty good. It looks like there's more options than there is. Everything was repeated 2 times, so if you were to walk around the other side of the buffet, there would be an omelet station there as well. But you know what? It's fine. It did the job. Nothing about it wowed me. The coffee really wasn't very good. The best included coffee we've ever had on a cruise ship was on MSC. I feel like the easiest thing a cruise line can do is up their included coffee game, and that would just make so many customers so happy. I don't know about you guys, but my first cup of coffee sets my mood for the entire day. And if that cup is loaded with grinds, my attitude is going to be loaded with grinds, okay? Do I have a serious coffee addiction? Please let me know in the comments below. On the plus side, we took this cruise right after Christmas, so we had lots of Starbucks gift cards on our account. And also lucky for us, there was a Starbucks on this ship. We'll get there later. Gotta speed this up as we're rounding the bend, making our way down the other side of the buffet. And one good thing you can see is we do pass a lot of juice stations, water stations, coffee stations. So at least there's lots of places to fill up. And we're getting there. We almost made it. More of the same on this side. I also want to add for my gluten-free friends, there is a bread station with some good gluten-free options. When you first exit the Windjammer, you run into teppanyaki. And it makes me really mad that teppanyaki is not part of the unlimited dining package. I think it's less expensive if you have a dining package, but it's still an extra fee, and I just don't think that's fair. I get it that they have less tables, and it is a much greater experience, but I just don't think you should call it the unlimited dining package if it is limited. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Finally made it to the pool area. Splashaway Bay is the kiddie water park we just passed to the right. And there's no proper normal water slides on this ship. And we feel a little conflicted about that because on the one hand, Gary and I love us a good water slide. But on the other hand, we hate all the children they attract. I guess it's a win-lose situation for us. As for this cruise, we'll take it. Not too many children on board. The vibes were mellow throughout. We'll take it. Lime in the Coconut is in the middle. This is the smoking area to the side. And while it is a rather large smoking section, it was only on this side of the pool, not the other side. And we are approaching pool number 2. Now, the first pool we passed had the hot tub on this side. The second pool we're passing has the hot tub on the other side. So there's only 2 hot tubs around the pools. Now, you do have those sneaky hot tubs a level above. So there are 4 hot tubs total, but it would have been nice if there was 6 because the 4 were always full. You have some more hot tubs in the solarium, which we'll visit in a few moments. But before the solarium entrance, you pass the patty station. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Unlike Oasis of the Seas and Symphony of the Seas, which we just went on, this solarium was enclosed and temperature controlled. Amen. I also never saw a child in here once, which means either they were actually enforcing the no kids policy or the parents on this cruise were just super respectful. Either or, in the past, we have experienced rugrats running rapid during off-peak hours. This is the entrance to the Solarium Bistro, which is a fabulous included restaurant. We will take you there with us in an upcoming video. If you want to see that, we definitely invite you to hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on. That notification bell will let you know every time we post a new video. Also in the solarium, you got this 3-tier pool area with this mannequin who looks real. I kept thinking, wow, that woman is so still. No, it's a mannequin, or a statue, I should say, rather. And on the bottom tier of the solarium, you have more seating down there. And to the right and the left of me, you have 4 sets of hot tubs. So it's like 2 hot tubs together. Now, if you've cruised Royal Caribbean or Celebrity Cruise Lines before, you know the deal with the solarium. Sea days, it's jam-packed from early in the morning until I would say about 3:30 p.m. it starts letting up. If you watched our other videos in this Odyssey of the Seas series, we were able to have a sneaky evening in the hot tubs in the solarium, almost alone. I think it's almost worth planning an evening where you don't go to the entertainment, grab a quick bite at the buffet, and chill in the hot tubs in the solarium. Or, as you can see, we are at port today and it's very empty. So you could also choose a day to not get off the ship and chill here. Have your pick of chairs. Look, even the Sunshine Bar is open when we're at port. Nice. While we're making our way around the other side towards the exit, let me ask you all a question. Do you prefer the open air concept solarium like on Oasis class ships? Or do you love having a fully enclosed roof over your head? Please let us know in the comments below. You already know we prefer temperature controlled, but you know what I wish? I wish it could go back and forth. When it's super nice and warm outside, open the roof up. When it's cold and we're closer to New York City in the winter, close that sucker. As we exit, we see a towel checkout station. Yes, if you don't return your towels, you will be charged. Some more comprehensive facts about Odyssey of the Seas while we're making our way around the other side of the pool area. This is from Cruise Mapper. The ship has 16 decks, but only 15 are passenger accessible. 9 of the decks have cabins. Now, it says there's 4 swimming pools and that one has a retractable roof. I assume the retractable roof pool is the solarium, but I never saw that roof retract. Do you guys know if the solarium roof retracts? If so, why didn't they retract it on this cruise? Please let us know in the comments below. Also, Cruise Mapper states it has 10 outdoor jacuzzis. I definitely did not see that many. You got, say, 4 in the solarium, you have 2 by the pool, that's 6, and then you have 2 more on the upper level around the pool. That's 8. Where are the other 2, you guys? Please let us know in the comments below as well. Is Cruise Mapper incorrect, or am I blind? Or are the other 2 hot tubs hidden in the suites only area? Help us solve the mystery. We are almost finished with deck 14, but we're passing El Loco Fresh, which Gary and I absolutely love. I feel like most cruise ships have a burger joint or maybe a little quick pizza place around the poolside. Odyssey has El Loco Fresh, which is Mexican food, and it's so easy to just grab and go and either eat there or eat in a lounge chair nearby. It's also a great place to eat at for lunch if the buffet isn't doing it for you. All right, looking at the deck plans, and we're gonna skip all the way down to the back of deck 5. The elevators kind of let you off in the middle more than the back, so I'm teleporting myself to the very back, which is the 270 lounge. By day, there were lectures here. At night, it turned into a theatrical space where they present their $30 million production, The Book. If you want to know more about the book, it is in one of our previous videos. On the second level of the 270 lounge, you have some more seating with great views. And if you keep on walking around back, you run into the library. Also, please note, and I could be wrong, but I think the only way to access this area of the 270 lounge is by entering from below and walking upstairs. Here is the library, and it's very nice. Being that this was an 11-day cruise, I did run into people playing board games in here and actually relaxing and reading. Sadly, I feel like the library is becoming a dying cruise ship space. What do you guys think? Do you think we should save the library for cruise ships? Please let us know in the comments below. For short cruises, I find that I never have enough time to get in there, but for anything over a week, it's nice to be able to have a space to go hang out in quietly, especially if it has ocean views. And note to self, on the other side of the library, there is more sneaky 270 seating, and it's actually separated. So if you have reservations, you're walking around, you can't find a seat, make sure you walk through the library to this side. We're gonna teleport ourselves back down here to the 270 exit. Right away, you have the 270 Cafe, which is an amazing snack joint. But you can also grab lunch here. They have salads, wraps, soups, sandwiches, little desserts. They also have the included bad coffee, but they make specialty coffee drinks there as well. So you can purchase yourself a good coffee, or if it's included in your drink packet, have your latte drink made for you there. In this hallway, we saw lots more seating, and then to the right, we're coming along the smallest Park West art gallery I've ever seen on a cruise ship. I don't know about you guys, but Gary and I always crack jokes and complain thinking that the art galleries take up way too much space. Not that many people want to buy art on a cruise. But the moment we get what we want, which is a small art gallery, we're sad. We miss walking through the art gallery and looking at all the different paintings set up every day. Never satisfied. The important thing is to admit your faults. To the left was Giovanni's Wine Bar, and now we're approaching Giovanni's Table. Definitely check out our last few videos if you want to see how we enjoyed this restaurant. I'll give you a teaser. It's the restaurant we went to most on the entire cruise. And then we have this beautiful chandelier hanging above the 2-leveled main dining room. Across the way are some of the more pricey upscale retail shops. Ahead, we are almost back to the aft elevator that we took to get down here. But first, we got to walk through this hallway filled with unique art. And if you saw one of our last videos, there is a pianist that rolls his piano around, and sometimes you find him in elevators and you'll come across him on different places around the ship. Well, he would set up in this hallway a lot and play. Let's take a closer look at this wall, because those are nipples, right? And we have to pass through the elevator area to get to the top level of the Royal Esplanade. And quick complaint about the elevators, it was slow goings, you guys. There was one completely out of service the entire cruise. There were others that went in and out of service occasionally. It was always a wait for the elevators. So just know that if you have reservations, I would definitely head to them early, because you could end up waiting 5+ minutes. But at least as you wait, you're staring at that gorgeous elevator shaft. Our overall opinion of the ship's design is very high. Odyssey is beautiful, clean, modern, unique, fun. Yeah, the ship tour is not over yet, but she is doing good. And I think it's ironic that I'm saying this as we come across the Bionic Bar. If you've been following us, you know my thoughts about the Bionic Bar. If you haven't been following us, let me just put it in a nutshell. It's stupid. It's fun for 2 seconds while it's making your drink. And by the way, it's only making your drink when it's not broken, because it breaks down all the time. And then you're like, well, I have no one to talk to. Goodbye. And that's what we think of the Bionic Bar. And also, here is Azumi, and we do not like this open floor plan of Azumi. Too much thoroughfare. Of course, gotta walk through the schooner bar to get to the front of the ship. And we love the design of the schooner bar because we love that old woodsy ship look, which is ironic because I just said we loved Odyssey because she looked super modern. So I guess we love a little bit of everything. Unfortunately, we spent very little time here because the one day we were going to do a trivia, I got food poisoned. Obviously, you got to watch our previous video to learn more about it. Focus to the left is where you would look at and buy photos. Chop's Grill is in front of us. We went there in a previous video. Check that out. And let us know in the comments if you're those people that always get suckered into buying the overpriced pictures on every cruise, even though you have absolutely nowhere to put them anymore. Because that is most definitely us. Right now, we are at the front of the ship. That is the second level entrance to the theater. So if you're a balcony baby, you would definitely want to enter here. We, of course, are front row kind of peeps. And then let's go check out the promenade area. We self-admittingly did not spend much time out here on this cruise. Mainly because the first 2 days of this cruise were cold and the last 2 days of this cruise were cold. And the days that were warm, we just wanted to enjoy the warmth by the pool. Also, I don't think this is a complete wraparound promenade, which is kind of a bummer. But I would imagine it would be a nice place to take a little stroll after dinner at Chop's. So let this be a lesson to you to not forsake the promenade. Now, We got to check out the other side of Deck 5, so I'm walking back through the Schooner Bar and then back through the other side of Azumi. And see, this is what I mean. You basically have to walk through Azumi to get to the other side of Deck 5. I don't like it. But here's Wonderland. And I keep forgetting that some of you might not be familiar with Royal Caribbean's offerings. So Wonderland is a whimsical and unique specialty restaurant that offers a truly immersive dining experience. And just to be clear, the specialty restaurants on Odyssey included Wonderland, Chops, Giovanni's Table, and Azumi. And then you also have Coastal Kitchen, which is the suites-only restaurant. And if Gary and I could go back in time, we wouldn't have bought the unlimited specialty dining package for this cruise. The 5 dining package, yes. Unlimited, a little unnecessary with so few options, especially when you have amazing included restaurants like the Solarium Bistro. We've made it down to the main dining room on Deck 4. We are once again on the back of the ship. One thing Gary and I thought that was super cool about the main dining room was all of that floral art you see to the side. That's not a piece of art or a painting. That is actually a large screen. And they incorporated that throughout the main dining room. Being that Quantum Class ship's theme is more technological and modern, I think that was a neat little tie-in. Now we're coming to the bottom level of the Royal Esplanade, and this is basically the hub, the main drag of the entire ship. Here we come across guest services, which was great. I had to go here a few times just to get change or ask a few questions, and I was always able to speak with someone right away. I think the most I had to wait online was 5 minutes. And then we got your boleros right here. There was always something happening here, always music and dancing. Next time Gary and I cruise Royal Caribbean, we definitely need to make a conscientious decision to hang out at Boleros. Across the way is the shop, which is mostly Royal Caribbean's branded merchandise. In the past few years, they have really upped their merch game. And if you're wondering, yes, I forced Gary to buy me a Royal Caribbean bear. We also ended up getting a sweatshirt, magnet. They had so many nice souvenirs. And then, of course, Starbucks, which is where we purchased the bulk of our coffee drinks. When last we cruised Anthem of the Seas in 2020, yes, the last sailing before the pandemic, they only had a We Proudly Brew Starbucks, so it was nice to see a full-service Starbucks on this ship. Also, has anyone sailed on Anthem recently? Is it still just a We Proudly Brew, or did they get a full-service Starbucks now as well? Obviously, let us know in the comments. You got your Cafe Promenade and Sorrento's, both places you can grab snacks. Cafe Promenade will have things like wraps, sandwiches, and included coffee. Obviously, Sorrento's is the included pizza. Some more higher-end shops. And then you got the Crown and Compass pub, which is a traditional British-style pub. And something interesting about this is I was hanging out here one day and I happened to see that they had some bites to eat. Now, it wasn't advertised separately, it was kind of mixed in with the drinks menu. So since we had the unlimited dining package, I asked if they were included. And can I tell you guys, no one knew. I had to ask 3 different employees, and finally one of them went and found out and said, no, indeed they are not included, which I actually think is really weird since Playmakers is included. But anyway, I ended up not ordering them, but in case you are hungry and interested in trying something new, they were very low cost. For me, it's just the intention of it. If I pay for unlimited specialty dining, it should be unlimited. What do you guys think? Am I being a cheapskate? Let me know in the comments below. Now that we're passing the music hall, I'm remembering we barely went into this venue. In the past, a lot of karaoke was held here, so naturally, Gary is a karaoke star, so we used to frequent the music hall a lot. But on this sailing, the karaoke was held in the 270 lounge, and we never ended up really visiting that venue. I guess Unboxed is a photo studio where you can get some pictures taken. And then you wind up at the bottom level of the theater. Again, if you want to see the insides to any of these places, you definitely have to watch some of our other videos where we actually see shows in the theater. But for now, we have one deck left, deck 3. So we're going to go downstairs and start in the bottom level of the music hall. Yes, the music hall is 2 stories. And I will take a sneaky peek inside for you so you can get a little taste of what it looks like. And then we'll make our way through this hall with really awesome artwork to get to the casino. With the completion of this Odyssey of the Seas cruise, we will now have been on 18 cruises, and we will have utilized the casino approximately 0 times. And every time I take footage for these ship tours, I say to myself, we really need to try the casino at some point. But we don't. I think it's very overwhelming for newbies. For me, it's not like I've never gambled before. I used to go to Las Vegas a lot on vacation when I lived in LA. It just feels like it's different on a cruise. I need someone to show us the ropes. Maybe one day when we have more followers, someone will recognize us on a cruise and offer to help de-virginize us from cruise ship gambling. Anyway, it's hard to tell how big this casino actually is because it's really long, but it's very skinny at the same time. And while we're completing the ship tour, making our way out of here into the bottom level of the main dining room, which is the very back of the ship, I want to summarize this cruise ship tour by making a comparison to Symphony of the Seas, which we literally just sailed about 2 months prior. I want to compare the 2 classes of ships because that was the main question everyone has been asking us. What do we like better, Oasis Class or Quantum Class? And I'm sorry if you find our answer boring, but I'm going to say they are both amazing in their own right. For us, the Oasis Class probably wins out on the entertainment because they have book musicals. I'm referring to Cats and Hairspray. And also their diving shows are amazing. All the neighborhoods are fun too, but that leads to so many children on board their ships. We found Quantum Class ships to be way more chill. There's more windows on Quantum Class ships. The 270 lounge is just an incredible place to sit and gaze at the sea. So we love them both. And that completes this tour. Once again, hit the like and subscribe button. Until the next time, live your best cruise life.